Hi Virgo, welcome into your mid-March 2025 general tarot reading. I decided for your reading to pre-pull the three main nature oracle cards, and they are very interesting. We're beginning with the cloud card in the middle of your reading talking about imagination. And so this is going to be a time where you're maybe feeling a bit up in the clouds, fantasizing, imagining. Some of this is created and initiated by spirits of importance and otherwise, but there are moments when you're visualizing your future, you're even at moments of random moments, you're in moments of importance, you're remembering selectively parts of your past. This could even be for a sake of preparation for the new, for the different types of continuation within your world. But it really feels like a time where, as well, it's almost contradicting to say, but it's like your head is up in the clouds and you're fantasizing, you're imagining, you're doing a lot of thinking and processing and observing even. But then in another way, the clouds are clearing for you, or at least starting to do so, where you might be starting to see things more clearly, better understand things, while then still having question marks otherwise. They're leaving you pondering quite often, all right? But the island card being your second one on the board, talking about detachment. And so I'm really getting very clearly that you are quite detached. I'm hearing the word separated at this time. Even in moments when you're connecting with people, even in moments when you're feeling this dedication, I'm hearing full force, but you're not forcing it. It's this ultimate dedication that you have in the moment of accomplishing, wrapping things up even. It could be more in regards to cleaning up and, again, processing things. But it just feels like you are quite detached in regards to maybe the outcome, the process along the way. While I do find that with the Untamed card in reverse, it feels like a period where you're very much doing what you can to feel more in control. You may even find it's a period where you're noticing and maybe remembering where your control doesn't lie, and that may bother you or leave you feeling the want to utilize and create control otherwise in your life where you can. Does that make sense? It's almost as if, say, you can't control the way somebody's working and or living, or the way that job is run. So then you more so focus upon, how to get the job done more efficiently, or just cleaning up around the house, and say it's somebody, that you live with or something of the sort. And so I feel like Spirit's saying this isn't a bad thing. It really actually is going to leave you in a very productive state and getting a lot done, and not, trying to go against the grain or against what you can't control once again, or shouldn't. But it just feels like you may be so hands-on and and take an initiative and productive, that you might be trying to do too much, if that makes sense, where they're wanting you to redevelop a sense of balance between now and the end of the month at certain points, or in general, by noticing when you could be potentially putting in too much effort, or trying to gain and have that fulfillment and control otherwise in your life, once again, like we were saying, but it may not be necessary, or it just might be too much, or you could be, potentially burning yourself out. And so they're wanting you to, again, find that balance. But I'm also getting very specifically, there's at least one, if not a couple different people in your life that you feel ultra detached from. And I feel like there's something that you're not fully understanding about what they're going through, or maybe what they meant, their intention. And so there may be a clearing of the air in regards to this, a better understanding, a different perspective. But I don't see you being fully attached to that connection, or reattaching yourself, if you will, even after the fact. It feels good to be detached, is what I'm hearing. It's more simplistic, it's less risky. So there's something about that for you. Now, I also feel like you are dealing with, at certain points, certain levels of stress in your life, whether it's because of work, because of home, because of finances, you name it. There's something about you wanting clarity in regards to, when is that going to end? How is this going to change in my life, the situation, or whatever the case is for you, to the point where there isn't this stress, burden, difficulty in some way, shape, or form. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Spirit gives you certain messages to clear that up a bit. But the Knight of Pentacles, because there's slow movement, there's slow progression. You're at times recognizing when you're accidentally or randomly starting to rush or force it. And I do feel as if this is due to, say, expectation in the air, maybe even your own expectation. It could be due to the energy where you're living, working, you name it. But it does feel like Spirit's saying slow your roll at certain points, okay? Just being completely real with you. We kind of already mentioned that, but also, yeah, take your time. There is no need to rush. And remembering that as an earth sign in general, especially a Virgo, when you choose to go low and slow, is what I'm hearing, you end up achieving more in the end and even better quality, and you enjoy yourself more. You know what I mean? It's less compromising to your peace and earthly way of being. But the Six of Cups, because the remainder of March as well, again, it's like these memories are being unlocked and just flowing back into your mind, maybe your dreams. I didn't really want to remember that, but then Spirit's saying it actually did hold purpose. Interesting, I was putting it on top of my head. But I also feel like somebody is remembering something they lost when they were a kid. I feel like this connects to your current day reality. Anyways, let's pull a couple more tarot. The Ace of Swords, because yeah, again, and the Queen of Swords. Because like Sagittarius reading, or not Sagittarius reading, interesting I said that. Like, who did I just read for? Aries. They are thinking about what to remove and what's to be remained within your life to continue, if you will. What's going to change, what can't change, and what can I not change once again, and this all again tying back into control and lack thereof which. But I do feel as if it's a time where your mind is racing at times, and so utilizing methods like getting out into Mother Nature, going for a stroll, working out, meditating, focusing on your breathing otherwise is going to really slow it down in the mind department, and then you're going to feel more ease and simplicity coming to be. You're more capable of strategically processing things accurately. And so they're saying just, you know, I feel like some of which still aren't going to, you know, do what they know they need to do or could work for them to slow the mind down. But just some advice, some recommendation coming through. The Tower card, because it feels like a significant ending from the past is being pointed out to you as something that had to happen. You know, it felt like something that was partially out of your control, if not fully, for some select Virgos drawn to the reading. And when you think back to this, why did it need to end, right? Even if this is a realization that came to be after the fact, right? Even maybe a while after that tower came crashing down. It may be preparing some of you for a new tower moment for the future, a big switch up, if you will. Because I feel like this collective, in the midst of wanting, again, more control and the expected feeling, you know, at least somewhat healthy for you and productive, it just feels like your days are maybe so structured or so expected, the same old, where you need to be shaking things up, you need to be considering change for the future, you know, observing things in a simplistic light while, you know, not crossing that thin line, you know, asking yourself, is this actually working for me at this time? Even if it once did, all right? And then making a decision from there, even if it's after this period. But it feels like as well, my friend, you are, yeah, again, getting a lot done. There's a lot on your plate for some. And you may be thinking about a new situation for the future. And if that's the case, I feel online browsing, investigating is taking place for you. And you're seeing, I'm hearing the scope of options. Is that even the correct wording? The lineup of the potential options for you. Anyways, the Lover card, Lover's card, interesting that I said it that way, as there may be a focus on love as well at certain select points, but also this talking about self-love, self-care, all of which being very important for you to be utilizing to feel bright, to feel happy, to be even maybe more productive. but I do feel as if you're going to be thinking about how people either take care of you, help you, or work against you, even if they're not meaning to. There's maybe even a focus on teamwork, but your choices are adding up and you're really looking at this in a realistic light. They're saying overdoing it in any way, shape, or form in your life is not the right choice. And that's tying into you being, of course, a very habitual creature, as we all are. But you are really needing to look at this maybe a cycle or two repeating and ask yourself, is this really the right choice? And I feel like it isn't, okay? But it also feels like with that Four of Cups, once again, you're noticing very clearly who and what actually works for you at this time and what doesn't, especially, or at the very least, by the end of this month. But they're saying this is a very imaginative, very detached period for you where you're gaining different levels of control, but also, again, being reminded, informed that balance, redeveloping that within your life is going to be key for you, okay? So I hope these messages, these constructive messages were truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light. Bye, Virgo.